perfect design, American technology, state of the art, the very cutting edge, the answer of eternity, our souls alive. We exist in the fullness of our times, in the heat of life, a work against evil and a destiny for glory and eternal life. I am working to get myself into a studio so that I can open up my operations and be campaigning from a studio environment. This is the task to defeat the Electoral College and have a platform and a candidate who is speaking in the light of technology. The issue and my jettison, my campaign, is all about super cities and building a brighter future. And how do we, specifically, how can we afford to build super cities is the issue. If we can, we need a circle of friends to change America. We need a story about family values. We need to prepare our children with the gifts of technology, a Green Wolf robot toy that works in reflection of the identity of the robot trainer. And this is perfected in the light of the South Park meditation, where Trey Parker collaborates with Hatch. So, for the incline of society, it is a work of mankind. It is the opportunity of English. It is the mastery of our lifetime. And for the sake of our untangible reach, our light, our values, we pursue and we discover friendship. The meditation of day and night, the meditation of the Y chromosome, whispered as the flux capacitor. The only true time travel for a man is moving forward. The future is a blank parchment. The orbit of Earth, like perfect clockwork on zero friction spin. How does clockwork harness zero friction spin? It is the mastery of an infinite energy source as suggested by the void, mastered by the garden, in the art of rotation on zero friction spin, further complicated by the electromagnetic poles. All of these elements of power and suggestion superconducted by the Mandelbrot fractal, the creation model, and the one true path to immortality. For those who would be so attracted to the nature of existence would arrive here on Earth in this chapter of time, 2020. The Earth is actually the holy planet, the place where the wizards would converge and ordain the hierarchy of the permanent triangle. My name is Hatch, and I am the gatekeeper on Met, the wizard of the East Coast. I'm running for presidency 2020. I'm seeking production, but there are many different paths that lead to my achievement, to winning presidency, it is a social movement. And so it can very much happen through the light of South Park. But to pass a comprehension here, morals are engaged. So it is a meditation of night and day. It is the wonder and the glory of what is possible, that the future is not predetermined. That is why we communicate. That is why we struggle and earn. That's why we fight and why we make magic. It's for the unyielding mystery of it all, the untangible love for existence. For these values can be made permanent in this season. If Earth year 2020 is truly magical, let us be the perfection of that. Let us complete the course. Let us fulfill the templates of what is possible on our planet during this time. It is the romance of our generation. It is the perfect ingredient of our wonder. And for the beauty of the Queen, for the completion of her discovery path, she is not merely a beautiful object. She is a creature who wonders and aches. And while she smiles, she still has such a complicated, complete goddess inside of her that only she can access. She has the privacy of her perspective. She is a potentially infinite creature. And there are good men and there are bad men. It is a navigation of her choice. But through the light of her eyes, she discovers her identity and she pursues her completion, the fulfillment of her lifetime. And so she is untangible and she is free. She's not merely to be seen as beautiful, she is not a mere object, but she has the complicated desires that is unique to her identity. And she in her lonesome haunt also comprehends I, the one lone wolf, and the strange orientation of space and starlight, the night time. Only the rabbit comprehends the trail of angel tears. Beyond a dream is the space between. It is a book that she is reading. For the light of day and for the truth of night, We forge deep our friendship on earth. We maintain our residency and we build strong this pact. For the space between us is sacred, but the application of our partnership is the inclination towards the everlasting value and the true function of the body and soul, the incline of enlightenment to immortality, to the hidden values that is capable through the course of a lifetime, through the force of design, through the mastery of infinite energy from the void. Our identity is the light and the key that conquers the nothing. The Mandelbrot fractal is in fact the creation model designed to orchestrate the atomic force into planets, into stars, into clockwork systems, all harnessing the karma, straddling various types of energy such as zero friction spin. But the mystery of our lifetime, that is our own property and our own karma to straddle and perfect. And so the struggle of our communication in this universe whilst we live is our incarnate task, is our opportunity. My life exists and I perfect the fullness of my capacity. My incarnate identity is unique and singular. And though I was singled out, I learned from this magical map a potential beyond the visible world. The flat dimension spoke to me a map that leads to the formation of God, the formation of Creator, the formation of heaven's dawn. I began to understand all these things around me, understanding a few critical, basic things was a decoder ring. And suddenly I understood my entire lifetime. So I sought to perform my critical incarnate task. My guardian angels led me to these buildings that my factory would be built here. But when I scrolled out, I was encountered by an earthly sign, a language communication from Earth, communicating to me about the chosen one, Trey Parker. Through the destiny of time and the free will choosing, had augmented our path. The struggle of our orientation, a confirmation down the river of time, the green wolf running for president was heard and remembered by the now point of Earth. This map was not forged by the eyes of mankind. It was forged by the heart of the Earth in the year 2020. We are living in the lucid state of the planetary epiphany of his incarnate reason. The Earth is the sorcerer's stone, the one planet in all the universe that has the capacity to complete the creation model, to form the Big Bang, and to sanction the hatching of the heliosphere eggs. For in fact, when the sun of all heliospheres is a clockwork, when the sun becomes exhausted, we do not perish, but the epiphany of identity built up on the planetary systems harnesses the miracle powers of transformation perfected in art by the Messiah, Jesus Christ, aligning miracle powers on earth to the enlightened task of mankind to ordain their gaze upward, to profound their sight towards God. And this was some 2,000 plus years ago, a prelude to this time of in the incarnate task, Humanity 2020. We are haggard by the troubles of junk DNA. We are burdened by the divergent virus of UFO ships who have a disastrous outlook on our existence and a refusal of our identity or that we exist at all. Venus was once a habitable planet. Its atmosphere and Mars' atmosphere was assassinated, along with early alien formations on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, which are visible through Google Map. The asteroid belt was once the orange planet, a configuration, an ancient comprehension of the sequence of elements predicts the language of their intention and why Mars and Venus and the orange planet were assassinated. An ancient crime scene understood by this green perception wizard, Hatch, summoned by the perfect circle. Existing in a garden, our lifetime, and the mystery of our identity, let us perfect the communication between us. Let us be constructive. Let us be good. Let us sow the seeds of true love and completion and transcend the disaster of time. Our technology can be greater when in the service of Earth, we comprehend Earth has its own source code technology built by its own resident creed. Humanity. America, a place for work to be done, a place where lives are perfected in the truth of the holy war as various situations around us evolve, melt, collapse, and grow again. Let us take hold of the reins of this garden. Let us master the economic equation. Let us master the environmental crisis. Let us perfect our lifetimes. Let us be daring. Let us be bold. My destiny brings me here to Collins Mill. the howl of the wolf. On clockwork, ordaining my time in the future there, a streaming service for communication to rise the spirits and hearts of mankind, for the mystery of her soul. She is no mere object, but she is beautiful, and she is the intangible reason for why I strive and fight. And though I fight alone as the lone wolf, she knows my heart, and we are best of friends. For the nature of the generations, a comprehension of the nature of man, transcend the petri dish of the 70s, for the yoke of Christ would lash and defeat your progress when encountering the dragon of destiny. Do not drag your heels, O hero of man. Do not waste time, beloved Trey Parker. Take hold of your destiny. As the Ware map had predicted, the earth has ordained your eyes. Health to your body and to the kingdom of man. A generation in the wings of Hatch, a persuasion upon his poetry, the influence of his lifetime. A green-eyed wizard is sensitive to the future. A green-eyed wizard performs differently. For a blue-eyed wizard to be in comprehension of this, that signals self-mastery. To pursue your full wizard power, make indication on paper with pen. Design a landscape that only you can access, a kingdom where a resource for your handmade children, the artwork of your lifetime. Build up your identity, and this is your greatest service to society. Perform in leadership, perform the anchorage of identity, perform as a true idol, and perfect your celebrity. The green-eyed wizard is a different elemental energy as contrast from zero friction spin to the powers of the velocity of time. Blue perception and green perception are completely different energetic creatures. However, the impression of society makes similar the words and ways of man, but so too the wild nature of brown perception also has a unique force velocity of identity wizardom. But for the sake of comprehension about the rainbow here, for us to be responsible for society, is for us to work together and perform our task in leadership, self-mastery of design. Green perception to the future Collins Mill, the location of my company, and the beginning of my relationship with America. A family that will join there. Warriors, leaders of the future. We must plant the seeds for our society to keep this planet, defeat the struggles of society, economy, and environment. The future is perfect and bright and good. Mankind develops an epiphany when Trey Parker transcends the Antichrist, the South Park curse, which positions stolen goods, the election, and the clown, or the green wolf. The green wolf is supposed to be the rebel resource for the election 2020, but instead, a marked enemy of South Park lampoons stolen goods. The South Park curse in retrograde for the true South Park curse is to transcend from the 70s the body of hippies, the confusion, and to embrace your achievement, Trey Parker, and to become aggressive towards your art and your mastery of your lifetime. That is the true struggle of 2020 for you to defeat this South Park curse and to not be amused by the tricks of the headlines, the false South Park curse. Do not be defeated by the dancing light. She is a goddess and she is worth our effort. So redouble your pride. It is not a task of leveling my relationship or balancing the friendship between myself and the Halloween guy or that other producer guy or the lady that does the voice of Sharon and Wendy. For perhaps my relationship with them is a mystery that you cannot comprehend. Perhaps that is the struggle, that is the mystery on the inside. Perhaps is not intended to be friends with everyone. Hatch is a warrior of Earth, the lone wolf. So do not seek to Padme and condition our friendships, but allow it to be wild. For friendship is not conditional, it is not required. Health is required. Existing on Earth 2020, the universe has shown signs that science cannot explain. The mystery of this orientation and the crime scene of a ruined Mars and Venus. Using general specifics, we can weave the right path forward. We must armor ourselves up from within and do our very best. For her sake, we are kings of this earth. We are stallions of the garden. For her mystery, we work hard. We trudge. We sing songs. We make laughter. And at end, we make sense. And we make light. We make babies. We make the future. We make cities. We make life interesting. We must strive to be worthy of her mystery. In her relationship, tandem, a generation, billions of women, a dragon, of a goddess. We can exist a communication worthy of these times. The Green Wolf robot story through South Park is a complete meditative lotus which directs everyone's united meditation and through laughter guided from Trey Parker. We unite into one mighty strike and crack the armor of global pollution, defeating as much as we can in the fatal bite of the Green Wolf robot as seen visually in this season of South Park. Make the hire, bring Hatch to California. For the clockwork of Earth expresses urgency. These signs of our times in 2020 is not natural, is not cool. It speaks that we need to have a greater fight. We need to put in a higher level of effort. And so you must be brave and dare to hire Hatch and bring him in. For the blessing of Earth, the meditation is complete. And we achieve in this meditation as much as we can. The perfect seed design for that is planted here and now. Everyone participating in this meditation is being respected. Armor up in the way is right for you. Your identity is the key. Who you are is the solution and the cure for the times. The mystery of the song. Some things are not for understanding or comprehension. Some things are already understood. Some things that were once understood have been forgotten, but now recalled and applied elementally through the rainbow crescendo, perfect design. The future is brighter by our identity, our circle of friends here and now. The wizard's table is complete. It is whole. It is good. We further the task of earth. We further the intelligence of man. The green wolf, a confirmation of the magical map discovered by Hatch. The magical map that made Hatch's life make sense. The technology completion. Our souls align. It is perfect. It is complete. It is straight. It is respected. It is good.